Dates up against the mountains that look like a rainbow when the sun goes down. It feels like it must have been this way forever. But now, everything in Mecca is just about to change. The first sign of it is the Health and Social Service Center the county is building across the street from the trailer where I work. Clínicas de Salud del Pueblo is going to move in there, so they'll finally have enough room and modern facilities. There'll also be a dental clinic and a WIC site from the health department to provide food vouchers and nutrition education for pregnant women and young children. And all the social services we provide in my little trailer are going to move over there too. We'll have one big beautiful center where people can get all these services right in town, easy to get to even if they don't have a car.
Really, I think we're flabbergasted and excited to move into a big facility. We have medical records, reception, billing, all in one little room. We see over 1,200 patients a month. They're bumper to bumper.
They usually don't come in for routine medical care, so when we do see them, we try to do everything we can possible at the one visit because we don't know when we will see them again. It's very difficult for them to get medication also because of transportation. There's no pharmacy close by. A lot of our toddlers and infants are anemic, and a lot of it has to do with their nutrition. Most of them, their diet consists of a lot of milk, and having the WIC program close by will give them nutritional counseling. They'll also be able to buy with their vouchers. They'll have a WIC store there also so they can purchase the high-protein foods. The new facility will also be offering a dental clinic, and a lot of our children and adults have very, very bad dental caries.
The new center is just the beginning. County Supervisor Roy Wilson says he wants Mecca to be the jewel of this end of the valley. He already got all the county agencies working together to fix the drainage and the streets. We'll get a new sheriff's substation and a new library. These are things we couldn't have dreamed of a few years ago. But here's the other thing. The whole basis of our lives here, our culture, is about to disappear. We can't put our heads in the sand and pretend it isn't going to happen. Mike Bozic is president of Bactasarian Farms. They're the biggest landowners and the biggest employers in town.
I've been here in the valley for 39 years. And today we farm over and own over 4,000 acres of land, grapes, citrus, and a number of different vegetable crops. We have, it's all our family business that myself, my son, my wife, and daughter own and run. As a company, we provide health insurance. We provide a profit-sharing plan. If you work for us for a year and you work 1,000 hours, we'll put 5%, used to be 15% of your salary or whatever you make into a profit-sharing plan at no cost to you, and after a year, you're fully invested. The harvest to us, after we do all the culture work and all the hard work for 7 or 8 months, this is the time when you look at what your accomplishments and what the crop looks like and how nice it is. This is not a science, this is an art. Rosa Contreras. Rosa has been working here, how many years, Rosa?
27 years.
Huh?
27 years.
27. Rosa is a crew foreman. She supervises and makes sure that everything is done right. She gets the people, makes sure the packing is right. She does a magnificent job. One of the best crew foremen, crew ladies we have. Rosa has a refractometer, and that is a device where you squeeze the juice onto this, and it gives you a reading on the sugar. And you make tests like that for a week or so until the time is right, and then you come in and harvest. And they still use this constantly to make sure that the sugar level is there so that we put a good product in the box. Years ago, everybody used to come. Our employees used to come back every year after year, same people. But today that's changed. When we start harvesting, Rosa gives what we call school, and she will bring bunches out that are mature, and she'll say, this is what you want to look for: brown cane with a ring on it, light creamy color, and that's what you do. And that's only in harvesting, but in thinning and suckering and pruning, she and other foremen will give a class, or what we call school, and they'll tell each employee what we want. Now, one of the problems I said earlier is a lot of the people used to come back every year. That's changed dramatically. A lot of them at the golf courses and different industries. It's almost a new training deal for every operation we perform. Globalization and consolidation of the chain stores has really affected agriculture in a way that I think that down the road in 10 to 12, 15 years, there will be no agriculture in Coachella Valley. Land prices are dramatically increasing. Developers are all interested in developing property. And we can't compete anymore with Mexico, Chile, Argentina, South Africa. Difficult at best to compete with all these foreign countries that pay $3 and $4 a day. They can use whatever pesticides they want to use. We pay $10 an hour with all our fringe benefits. That's a minimum wage. If the minimum wage goes up one more time, and it's inevitable that that's going to happen, there'll be more people go out of business. Down the road, I think Mecca may be one day be a city, if you will. A lot of potential here. And everybody said Mecca is a dump and it's way out of the way. Well, 40 years ago, La Quinta was in about the same boat. Let's take a look at La Quinta today and what it is, and use our imagination and see what might happen to Mecca down the road. I know you're going to see, at some point, a large development with first-class development in terms of open space, trails, golf courses, hopefully a junior college site for College of the Desert, which my wife and I intend to donate the land, 110 acres, to the college at no cost to them. And you'll see major development here in Mecca in the next 5 years. This is going to be a different type of development. It's just not going to be houses. The ultimate goal is to have that old Spanish old town look, which will be great for the people in Mecca. And that's what they want. They're going to have a sheriff's substation, which they ask for. They've got the health clinic now. They're going to have a new library. We're just in the throes of thinking about this seriously in terms of development or in terms of laying it out.
Mike Bosek and the other growers in the area are doing a lot of good things for our community, and the county really is interested in developing this area on a more human scale than what you see in the mass-produced suburbs. But still we have to ask, is the future they're planning for us the future we would have chosen for ourselves? You know the difference between a home-cooked meal and a frozen dinner you buy at the supermarket? I see the same difference between a mass-produced suburb and a town that was handmade by the people who live there. We built this town ourselves. Nobody did it for us, and that's one reason it feels so much like home and why our people feel so connected to it. The person who got me thinking about this is Jesus Olivares. He's a third-generation Mecca native. He grew up a couple of blocks from me in this house on 5th Street. His mom still makes extra money baking cakes for birthday parties, quinceañeras, and things like that. Now he runs a silk screening company in Indio, and he's also a well-known painter. He told me about the time he went to visit the great Mexican artist Francisco Toledo, who lives in the city of Oaxaca.
The sidewalk where we were standing, where we took the photo, was one of his projects that was going on because the sidewalk was kind of broken and crumbled. He had just donated $60,000 to repair these sidewalks and do them in the old historical way. They didn't want these concrete sidewalks. They needed to be and look like the original sidewalks that were of that era.
Right now in Mecca, the county is about to start a big street improvement project, and I'm sure we're going to get the same plain concrete sidewalks you see every place else.
A generic sidewalk, I don't think that's going to help it out. That's just going to create another city like the rest of the cities we have in this valley and the rest of the cities that we have in this nation. And it'll become part of Generica.
In the long run, little things like sidewalks add up to make the world we live in. It's not all going to disappear overnight, but when we look back on it a few years from now, it will seem like it happened in the blink of an eye.
Jamaica was people living under the trees at the time, under the chicken coops. I remember coming in and finding people sleeping in a chicken coop with the feathers still around there. The change has been tremendous. For a person like me who had been here in the 60s and then the 80s, 70s, the 80s, and then come today and see the changes.
Can we hold this community together as we go through all the changes that are coming? Are we going to have any say in what happens to our town? Or are we going to get bulldozed by forces we can't control? This is a new kind of challenge for us, but we're ready for it. We have a new generation that's ready to stand up for our community and our culture. We're artists, social workers, academics, public health workers, business owners, and political activists. To the people of Mecca, we say that the way of life we grew up with can be saved only if we stand together and create our own vision of the future in the time that we have left. And to the developers and planners, we say, listen to us. We may not own the land all around us, but neither did our fathers when they fought for social justice. We may be poor, but we have something of great value to share with you.
Porque mucha gente decía que acabándose César Chávez, la unión iba a desaparecer. Y no fue así, ¿eh? La gente ha seguido firme. Y por eso hice esos versos yo. Les digo yo a mis amigos, ya no tengamos temores, ¿sí? Y cantemos todos juntos nuestro himno de colores. Yo también soy campesino y se los digo sin temor. Dispénsenlas, me caudé un seguro servidor.
De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.